As I mentioned before, this lesson, I mean, this year, it is 2019 and 2020. Normally, we didn't have entrance exam in 2020. This is for 2019 normally. 2020 we didn't have because it was the pandemic year. That's why we didn't have. So here the questions we are starting with. Again, the PEMDAS rule. PEMDAS, if you remember, I told you operation order. So we are going to continue with the firstly the here multiplication and division if there is. We are going to continue with that one. And here multiplication and division, they are together. If multiplication and division, they are together from left to right, which operation comes firstly, we are doing that one. So with respect to here, and I told you this plus and minus signs, it is like separator. This multiplication operation should be done, then this plus and minus should be applied. That's why we are going to do like this. -1 plus 2 times 3 is equal to 6, it should be. And -4 divided by 4, -4 divided by 4, it's going to be equal to plus 1 times 3, it has to be. 1 times 3, it should be. Then this is going to be here plus 2 minus 1, it's going to be. 2 minus 1, I'm going to say, but let's write 2 minus 1. Then -1 plus 6 plus 3 plus 2 minus 1, it's going to be, which means that the answer it's going to be equal to 11 here. Pardon, yes. -1 and -1, pardon. -1, both of them -1. So -1 plus 6, 5, plus 3, 8, plus 2, 10, -1, 9. I'm sorry. So the result is 9, it has to be. Next question about the digits. Here, find the biggest value of Yahya when it says, with respect to given this information, here these are the numbers that represent Yahya here. This one, or this one. Which one is the correct one, and which one is the greatest one? It should be. Actually, there is only one answer here, so that's going to be the biggest value at the same time. But when I say what is digit, what I mean, digits are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 is going to be. So when we are talking about h plus y, here this is normal addition operation. H plus y cannot be greater than, let's say, the greatest value cannot be 19. This is important here because maximum digit is 9. If it is 9 and 9, maximum value, it will be 18. Or h cannot be equal to 10 also here because it represents the digit. So with respect to this given information, if Yahya is 91313, what should be? Then I'm going to take this one here, like, let me copy. Sorry. Let me copy for all of them. Here, what it should be here, if h plus y, is it a? I'm going to check that one. If Yahya is 91391, then h plus y, is it equal to a? I'm going to check that one, and if it is not, I'm going to eliminate this case. Then I'm going to continue to next one. So here it's going to be a is equal to 1, it says. This is equal to 1. And y is equal to 9. Okay. And h is equal to 3. So, which is not possible because 3 plus 9 is equal to 12. So we should write here 2. But here it says that a is equal to 1. So this is not the correct case. So we eliminate this one. If here is 88, 188, what it is? It means that a is equal to 8, y is equal to 8, h is equal to 1, which is not possible again because 1 plus 8 is equal to 1 plus 8. It should be equal to 9. You know that one. It should be equal to 9, but here the value it says 8. A is equal to 8. So this is also not our solution. And here the last one is, I mean, not last one, the third one. Here h is equal to 4 and y is equal to 8 and a is equal to 2, which is possible. Till this part, everything is okay because 4 plus 8, it's going to be equal to 4 plus 8, it's going to be equal to 12. So here we are going to write 2. Also, a is equal to 2. But there is one more problem here because this cannot be because a here it says 4 and here it says 2. So which is not possible. Values should be same. So we eliminate this one directly. I forgot to check that one firstly. And here, yeah, 83, let's try this one. So what h is equal to 0, y is equal to 8. The 0 plus 8, it is normally 8, but a it says, and which is equal to 3. So this is not the case also. So these are not the case, all of them. If they are not the case, it means that this should be. And if we check also, we are going to see that one. Here, h is equal to 4 and y is equal to 8. So the sum is going to be equal to 12. Here is the 2 and here is the 1. But I know that a is equal to 2, so here it should be we should write 2 and h is equal to 4. By the way, 1 plus 2 plus 4 also 7. Okay, this is correct. And 8, it's going to come down. Yes, everything correct about the operation. All the numbers are satisfying. So this is the answer of the question. If we continue with the next question, this is also a trial question. We are going to check which values firstly, a plus b, a plus b, it should be equal to 24. And here, a times b, what is the maximum value of a times b? And it is given that natural numbers. When we say natural numbers, we are showing with n natural numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the counting numbers, and 0. It is included. So I'm going to use all these counting numbers. So which counting numbers makes 24? Firstly, I'm going to try to understand that one. Let's say 0 plus 24 is 24, but 0 times 24 is equal to 0. This cannot be the greatest value. And here 1 plus 23, then it comes, the sum is 24, but 1 times 23 is not the greatest value because it is 23. 2 plus 22 is also same here, and this is going to be equal to 2 plus 22, it's going to be equal to 100, 2 plus 22 is 24, and 2 times 22, it's going to be equal to 44. Still, it is not the greatest value because here the greatest values are greater than 100. So I'm going to continue like this, but I did these operations in my mind. And also I need to tell you something here. The greatest value always the closer sum, which means that A should be closer to B or A should be equal to B. But here in this case, A is not equal to B. So I'm going to try firstly 11 plus 13. which is equal to 24, and 11 times 13, it's equal to 143, and the other one is 12 plus 12, which is equal to 24, and 12 times 12, it's equal to 144, it's going to be. So this is the normally greatest value, but A is equal to B here. Here, A is equal to B, which is not possible. So the greatest value, it becomes 143, which is B. If it is not mentioned, A is equal to B, greatest value is 144, but if it is mentioned that A is not equal to B, greatest value, it becomes 143. This question is mixed question and fraction. Then we are going to get rid of the mixed part. Then we are going to solve the question. Here there is an explanation how to get rid of the mixed fraction. Here you are going to multiply C by 8, then you are going to add the up, and C denominator stays same. So this is going to be equal to 3 times 4, which is equal to 12, then plus 3, which is equal to 15. So 15 over 4, it has to be times. 2 times 3, it's equal to times 3, then plus 2, which is equal to 8 over 3, it has to be. Then 4 over 40, this is already proper fraction. That's why we are going to leave like this. And here it mentions in the second property, when you multiply the fractions, you will collect and multiply the numerators with numerators, denominators by the denominators, which means that 15 times 8 times 4 divided by 4 times 3 times 40, it has to be. Also, this opens the case for us. You can eliminate at this step, because when they are separated, you may eliminate here, but here, this one and this one we can eliminate, and the result it's going to be equal to 1 and 1 here. Then you will eliminate this one, 15 by 3. You can get here 5. You can get here 5 and here 1. And simplify. Eliminate is not correct word. And then here you may simplify 8 by 40, and both of them divisible by 8. 8 divided by 8, it's equal to 1. 40 divided by 8, it's equal to 5. Then here we have 5 times 1 times 1. 1 times 1 times 5. Still we can simplify 5 and 5. And I'm going to simplify like this here. I'm sorry. This one and this one, if we simplify, the results are going to be here 1 and 1. So the upper part is 1 times 1 times 1, which is equal to 1, divided by 1 times 1 times 1, which is equal to here 1 over 1. That's equal to 1, it should be. Answer is A. The next question is about regular polygon. Here, regular polygon. And when all angles are equal, we are going to name this one as regular polygon. All the sides also, they should be same. But we are understanding from the figure, all the sides are equal. So if you want to find the interior angle of the regular polygon, you are going to apply the formula n minus 2 times 180 over n, where n is number of sides. Number of sides of polygon. And here it is n is equal to 5 in this question. So with respect to this given information, 5 minus 2 times 180 divided by 5 is the answer, which is equal to 3 times 180 divided by 5 it's going to be, and 180, if it is divided by 5, this is going to be equal to here, these two there, divisible, both of them divisible by 5. When 5 divided by 5, it's going to be equal to 1. This is going to be 36. So 3 times 36, it's going to be equal to 108. degree. So the answer is B. In this question, we have circle with the center O, and it is asking the angle OBC. OBC. So this angle is asked. Firstly, we should know if this is a circle with the center O, it means that OC is equal to OA is equal to OB. OC is equal to OA is equal to OB because these are the radius. They are equal to R, which means that these are equal to each other. So what kind of triangle it will be? OCB. So OCB, it will become isosceles, is an isosceles triangle. What is isosceles triangle? In English, two sides are same. So these are two sides same triangle, which means that in isosceles triangle, the base angles, they are going to be equal to each other. So this should be also equal to x. Then, so O angle, this is triangle, and this is angle OCB is also x, which means that this angle is x, this angle is x, and I put here interior exterior angle theorem also here, which means that here this angle plus this angle gives the exterior angle here. If I return the figure like this here, if this is x, this is x, so this is exterior angle. This is x plus x, it should be, which is equal to 2x. Okay, so with respect to this given information, x plus x is equal to 70, and 2x is equal to 70, and x is equal to 70 over 2, which is equal to x is equal to 35. It has to be, which is E. Next question about the fractions. And if you remember, we were solving the fractions by multiplying the powers of 10. Here, we are going to multiply by the powers of 10. But we don't have also here we don't have the exact values. So this time I'm going to use one different method for representing y point y. I'm going to use, like, this is divided by 100. That's why 2 decimal place removed to left, which means that this is y, 3-digit number divided by 100. And then y, comma y, it's going to be equal to y, 3-digit number is divided by 10. So if I write them here again, here y, and y divided by 100 all over y divided by 10. Then this is going to be equal to plus over. Here it's going to be equal to k over 10, k over 10, and this is going to be k over 100. And I didn't put here, but if a over b divided by b over c, if you remember, I mean c over d, not b over c, c over d, then this is inners with inners, I said a times d divided by b times c, it has to be. So with respect to this given information here, I'm going to convert these are like, I'm going to convert these are like y times 10 divided by y times 100 plus k times 100 divided by k divided by 10 times 10. So the first one, when you eliminate this 3-digit number, we don't know what it is, but now we can eliminate this 3-digit number. Like this one and this one, we can eliminate this one, and this one we can eliminate. And here it's going to be equal to 1. This is equal to 1. Okay. Here it is. This is equal to 1 and 1. Here it's equal to 1 and 1, which means that the question becomes 10 over 100, which is equal to 0.1 plus 100 over 10, which is equal to, this is equal to 0.1 plus this is equal to 10. Then the answer is 10.1 it's going to be, which is equal to D. Here in this question, we are going to apply the formulas on the right. Firstly, I can separate the fractions like this. If it is multiplied, I can separate them because here these are all variables, and I'm going to apply the exponent rules here. That's why I'm going to separate them firstly, which means that I'm going to do like this. This is x over 5 divided by x to the power of minus 9 times y to the power of 7 divided by y to the power of 7 times z to the power of 9 divided by z to the power of minus 5. It's going to be to the power of 1 over 2 we have here. In the second part here, I'm going to apply this rule. When you divide the two exponential expression with same basis, you are going to subtract the powers, which means that the first one is x to the power of 5 minus 9, y to the power of 7 minus 7 times z to the power of 9 plus, actually 9 minus minus 5, but it's going to be later plus, minus 5 it's going to be, and to the power of 1 over 2. So first I applied this rule here. Then I'm going to write here x to the power of 5 plus 9. This is y to the power of 0 times z to the power of 9 plus 5 it's going to be to the power of 1 over 2. Then it's going to be equal to x to the power of 14. Y to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So it is not written in multiplication because it has identity element, and z to the power of 14 to the power of 1 over 2. And now we are going to use this property. If you have multiplication inside, you can distribute the power inside, like power of each of them, which is x to the power of 14 times to the power of 1 over 2 times z to the power of 14 to the power of 1 over 2. It's going to be, which is equal to, here the power of power is multiplication of power. Now we are driving this property, x to the power of 14 times 1 over 2 plus times, x to the power z to the power of 14 times 1 over 2, which means that when you multiply integer by the fraction, you should multiply only by numerator, which is x to the power of 14 over 2 times z to the power of 14 over 2, which is equal to x to the power of 7 times z to the power of 7, it has to be, which is E. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, let's continue with the next question. A driver drives 110 km in the morning, 92 in the afternoon, 118 in the evening. How many kilometers does he drive totally? Here I'm going to answer like this. Actually, this question, it is very simple question because we are going to add 110 by 92 and 118, and it is obviously, this is approximately 300, only the answer is 300, this 320. So the answer, it should be 320. Actually, when you leave the 2 here, this is 120, and 92, 110, this is 200. 200 plus 120, it is 320, it's going to be. This question is classical equation question with unknown on both sides. So we are going to collect the unknowns to same side, which means that I'm going to choose one side. Like this is going to be here minus 2x minus x. I'm going to write like this. Then this 8 goes to other side, which means x I send to this side and 8 to this side. But it becomes minus x and minus 8 when they send to other side, which is equal to minus 7 minus 8 it's going to be. Minus 3x is equal to, I'm sorry, minus 3x is equal to minus 15 it's going to be. And here x is equal to minus 15 divided by minus 3. X is equal to 5 it should be, which is D. This question has inequality. Inequality and equation solution logic, it is same unless you are dividing by positive number. If you are dividing by negative number, if you are dividing by negative number, then you have to switch the side here, which means that I'm going to send the 3x, or I'm going to send the, yes, I'm going to send 3x to this side and 12 to this side, which means that this is going to be equal to minus 3x. It's going to be less or equal to still minus 3x less or equal to minus 12 minus 12 it's going to be. Minus 12 there was, and this 12 comes as a minus 12 on the other side. Minus 3x less or equal to minus 24, and x is bigger or equal to minus 24 over minus 3. This is the important case here. You have to be careful when you divide by negative number here. It's going to be, you are going to switch this side of the sign, swap the sign, which is x is bigger or equal to 8 it should be. This is the answer of the solution. And here we have this one also in exam. If the in entrance exam, if the questions are repeating, if the questions, I mean, the answers are repeating, if it is correct, we can accept both of them. We are accepting both of them. In this case also, it is like that. This is what is the perimeter of the given figure. So this is half circle and one diameter, which means that half circle here I try to draw this perimeter of the circle. Also, it is called circumference. That's why in English it is like that. Perimeter, this is the circumference. It is equal to 2 pi r. But this is the perimeter of the circle. Since this is perimeter of 2 because half circle, this is going to be equal to this is going to be equal to 2 pi r over 2. It has to be 2 pi r over 2. And then we have here diameter like the two radius, r is equal to 4 and r is equal to 4. So total diameter is going to be equal to 8. With respect to this given information now, 2 times pi, it is given, pi is given like 3. It is equal to 2 times 3 times r is equal to 4. R is equal to 4 divided by 2. It's going to be plus the first radius I mentioned plus second radius here. This is 4 plus 4 it should be, which is equal to 8. And if we simplify, 2 times 3 times 4, it's equal to 6 times 4, 24 over 2 plus 8 it's going to be. And this is 12 plus 8, which is equal to 12 plus 8, it's going to be equal to 20. This is the answer of the question. It should be. Next question, it is related with the substitution. You're going to give the x and y values. These are the ordered pairs that is given here. All the first terms, they represent the x values. Here, this is representing the x value. And these are the y values. This is y, and these are all y values. It has to be. So when you replace x and y in the equation, it should give you 25. So I'm going to check 1 square plus 24 square. Is it equal to 25? Which is which is not. 1 square is equal to 1. 24 square, I don't remember what it is, but it is nearly, I think, 596. Yes, 596. And this is not equal to 25. So it is not. 4 square, 4 square plus 3 square, is it equal to 25? 4 square is equal to 16 plus 9, which is equal to 25. Yes, this is the correct answer. And I'm going to stop here because B is the correct answer. It has to be. The next one is going to be, here we have radical expression. To get rid of the radical expression, we are going to move the one to the other side firstly. We are going to leave the radical expression on one side. Then we are going to get the square of it. And on the other side, the rest of the terms, it has to be. Which means that square root of y minus 2, it should be equal to x minus 1. This is the first step. Then to get rid of the radical expression, you should get the square of both sides, which is equal to this one and this one. We simplify. And I need to get a minus b squared here. I have written a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, which is y minus 2 is equal to x squared minus 2 times x times 1 plus 1 squared. It's going to be y minus 2 is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1. Y is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus 2, which is equal to 3. Y is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 3, it should be, which is E. Okay, the next one is like a logic question. Maybe you solved many logic questions like this. Find the next term, it says. But here, this is also sequence topic. In 9th grade, you are learning the sequences also. What is the next one here? 5 plus 8. It might be then, here it might be 8 plus 3, pardon, 5 plus 3, it's equal to 8. 8 plus 3, it's equal to 11. 11 plus 3, it's equal to 14, which means that the next one, 17 plus 3, it should be, which is 20. The next question, it is related with the probability. When 4 coin tossed here, how many possible cases we may get? I have previously prepared this one. If you toss 4 coins, 2 to the power of 4 possible cases you have, which is equal to 16. As you see here, we have 1, 2 till 16 possible case. So in this 16 possible case, how many 2 heads we have? In this 16 possible case, there are 16 possible cases. We have 2 heads. This is not 2 head, not 2 head, not 2 head. This is 2 head case, not 2 head. This is 2 head case, 2 head, not 2 head, not 2 head. This is 2 head case, 2 head. And this is not 2 head. This is 2 head. This is not, and this is not. So overall probability of 2 head is equal to 6 over 16 from all 16. And we like only the 2 head cases here. And as you see, 2 head cases, these are the 2 head cases, which is equal to 6 over 16. And it is possible to simplify, which is equal to 3 over 8 it has to be, which is equal to D. In the previous video, I explained what is head and what is tail. That's why I didn't explain that one again. But when you toss the coin, cash money, there are 2 sides. You know, one figure side and the other side shows the value of the number side. Number side, it is called tail, and the value side is called tail, and the figure side, it is called head. This is classical question that we had in many years with respect to this given information. What is the with respect to this given information? What is the what is the equation that is passing through the point 2, 3, which means that we have to replace the 2 and 3 by x and y. This is going to be x and this is going to be y. So which means that I'm going to try one by one. If x minus y is equal to 1, which means that 2 minus 3, is it equal to 1? No, because minus 1 is not equal to 1. So this is not our equation. And the second one, y minus x, actually I should solve the b1, x plus y, is it equal to 5 when x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3? Yes. So this is the case. I'm not going to continue, but I'm going to tell this one. Here, the rest of the answer shouldn't be equal to, I mean, y minus x. When you try y minus x, 3 minus 2, it shouldn't be equal to minus 1. Because if it is, then we have multiple answers for this question. But we tried this one in the previous videos. So B is the answer of the question. Here, this is the slope of tangent line, and I have to write the formula here about the slope of tangent line for the form ax plus by. If it is equal to c, then the slope, also it is called gradient, m is equal to minus a over b it has to be. Which means that here in ay, actually I'm going to rewrite this one in order to get the a value and b value here. This is going to be 5x, 8x, I'm sorry. 8x plus ay is equal to c, which is equal to 5 here. Then here it should be, a should be equal to 8 and b should be equal to a here, actually. So a is equal to 8 in the formula and b is equal to a in the formula. So with respect to b is equal to a, m is equal to minus a over b, which is equal to, here it's equal to minus 8 over 8 is going to be, and it is given that in the question, the slope of the line is equal to 4, which is m is equal to 4 here. So this is equal to 4, it has to be. And here, it's going to be equal to minus 8 is equal to, you're going to send to this side, it's going to be 4a, and minus 8 over 4, it's going to be equal to a, and a is equal to minus 2, it has to be, which is b. Here, there are 25 teachers and 75 students in a school. What is the ratio? Ratio, when you say ratio A to B, you mean that A to B like this, like fraction, like division you are writing. And then if it is possible to simplify, you are simplifying. So for this question, it should be ratio teachers 25 to students is 75. Both number divisible by 25. Both divisible by 25. So if you divide both of them 25, the result it's going to be equal to 1, 2, 3. So the answer is A. The next one, it is square difference formula, identical mathematical identities that we are learning, and a square minus b square is equal to a plus b times a minus b. It can be written, so I can factorize like this, a square minus b square in this form, and then I will add I will replace the forms here, which is equal to, here if a square minus b square it is given, which is equal to a plus b times a minus b. A is equal to 2x plus 1, 2 to the power of x plus 1, I'm sorry, plus 2 to the power of x minus 1, it should be, times 2 to the power of x plus 1 minus, since there are two terms, I have to write these two terms in parentheses like this, then I should close in this form, which is equal to 2 to the power of x plus 2 to the power of x. It's going to be here, and this is going to be equal to 2 to the power of x plus 1 minus 2 to the power of x plus 1 it has to be. Which means that here 2 to the power of x plus 2 to the power of x, I'm going to accept like a plus a, which is equal to 2a. That's why this is 2 times 2 to the power of x. It's going to be, and here these two, they're going to be eliminated, 2 to the power of x and 2 to the power of minus 2 to the power of x. So it's going to be only 1 plus 1, which is equal to also 2. And the powers are here. It's going to be like 2 to the power of 1 times 2 to the power of x times 2 to the power of 1 when there's no power, which means that 2 to the power of 1 plus x plus 1, which is equal to 2 to the power of x plus 2 it should be, which is D. Okay, the next one, it is a direct proportion question. In direct proportion, if Miss Brown needs 8x in order to make 2 cakes, what is the total number of cakes she could make with 20x? Means for 8x, if she can make 2 cakes, for 20x, how many cakes she can make? And since this is direct proportion, in direct proportion, cross multiplication results, they are equal to each other, which means that 8 times x, it should be equal to 2 times 20, which is x is equal to 40 divided by 8, x is equal to 5, which means that with 20x, we can make 5 cakes, which is equal to C. Okay, this is in an equation with fractions. Since there is a fraction here, we have to make the denominator same. I have to write here 2 and here 3 and here 6, since it is equal. Okay, we lost the connection. That's why I'm going to start. I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to start the question one more time. This is a fraction question, and in fraction equation, we should make the fractions denominator same, then we can continue to adding and subtraction fraction. So since 6 is the common multiple, I'm going to try to make all the denominators 6, which is should be multiplied, 3 should be multiplied by 2, 2 should be multiplied by 3. Since it is 6, I'm multiplying by only 2. And this one, normally it is not written as fraction, but here we can write like this. Then I'm going to multiply by 6, which is equal to x times 2 is equal to 2x. 2x divided by 3 minus 3 times x plus 1 divided by 6. I'm sorry. Here it should be 6, both of them. This is also 6. Then this is equal to 2x minus 1 over 6 and plus 6 over 6 it's going to be. Since this is multiplication, I mean this is subtraction, we have to be careful and we have to write like this, minus 3x plus 1 all over 6, and this should be equal to 2x minus 1 plus 6 all over 6 again. And here, when the denominators are now same, we can easily simplify these denominators like this, and it will be 2x minus 3 times x plus 1. It should be equal to 2x minus 1 plus 6. Actually, I can do the operations here, but I didn't do consciously the operations to see what, I mean, these are equal to each other. That's why this is going to be equal to 2 minus 3x minus 3, and this is 2x plus 5 it has to be. And I'm going to collect the terms to one side, which means that 2x minus 3x minus 2x is equal to, it's going to be equal to 5 plus 3 it's going to be, and here 2x and 2x, if you simplify again, because they are going to eliminate each other, which means that the answer is equal to minus 3x here, and on the other side it is 8, which is equal to 8 over minus 3 or minus 8 over 3 it has to be, because when you have the minus sign, you can give to numerator or you can give to fraction. That's why the answer is D. Next question, it is about the Pythagorean theorem. In Pythagorean theorem, here, this is called hypotenuse. These are the right side. Right side square gives you the hypotenuse square, the sum of right side square. So here in this question, if I name this one like y, 6 squared plus 3 squared, it's going to be equal to y squared. Then y squared plus 4 squared, it's going to give you the x squared. Here first I want to write the both of the equation. 6 squared plus 3 squared is equal to y squared. Then y squared plus 4 squared is equal to x squared. Why I have written like this, both of them, not step by step. Directly I have written both of the equation because of the y square. Y square is common, so there's no need to find y here, which means that this is 36 plus 9, which is equal to y squared. Then 45 is equal to y squared. There's no need to find the y is equal to root 45 here, because in the second equation, I'm going to directly use 45. 45 plus 16 is equal to x squared. This is 61, it's going to be x squared. But the question is not asking x squared, it is asking x, which means that x is equal to square root of 61. And here, this is c. Y squared minus, we didn't write because this, we are talking about distance. Distance cannot be negative. This question is the right trapezoid question. If it is right trapezoid, it means that here, this is going to be altitude for us also. This is h. And how we are understanding this is right trapezoid, because there is altitude here. It mentions that this is h. And this is 90 degree. Now we are understanding that one also. And since this is 10, this should be equal to 8. Pardon, this is also 10. Since total is 18, this is 18 minus 10, which is equal to 8. And since this is 8, h squared plus 8 square, it should be equal to 10 square, which means that 8 squared plus 64 is equal to 100. H squared is equal to 100 minus 64. H squared is equal to 16. H is equal to square root of 16. I mean 36. It should be not 16. 36. Then square root of 36, h is equal to, ladies and gentlemen, h is equal to 6, it should be, and the answer is A. Okay, this is the last question, and we are going to finish. Here, A, B, C are positive integers, which means that here, integers, if you remember, I told you in the previous lesson, integers shown with Z here, and it starts from the negative counting numbers like -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the counting numbers and negative of them. So it says that A, B, C are positive integers, which means they're on this side. And the other case here, 2A plus B plus C times 2A plus B minus C is equal to 29. Here, this is important because 29 is prime number. If it is prime number, it has two factors. Only 1 times 29 or 29 times 1 is going to be. is equal to 29. Since these are all integer, the results, they're going to come up integer. Integer factors of the 29 are only 1 and 29, which is this one will be 29 and this one will be 1, or this one will be 1 and this one will be 29, but this is not possible because if it is like that, 2a plus b plus minus c should be 2a plus b plus c. We know that it is always greater than 2a plus b minus c. In this case, we are going to eliminate this one, which means that 2a plus b plus c is equal to 29, and 2a plus b minus c, it has to be equal to 1. Here, if I name like 2a plus b, since there are two equations and 3 unknown, and 2a plus b is common for both of them, I can name like 2a plus b as an x, and if I name like this becomes x plus c is equal to 29, and x minus c is equal to 1 it is. And since I'm looking for c value, I can do also like this. I'll multiply in elimination method. You may eliminate the terms, which means that I can eliminate the x here by multiplying -1, since this is +1. And when you multiply the one row, you should multiply all the terms, which means that this is x plus c, it's equal to 29, and this is minus x plus c is equal to -1 it should be. So I multiply all the terms by -1, which is equal to, here when you add them side by side, these two, they are going to be eliminated here, this one and this one, which becomes 2c is equal to 29 plus -1. 2c is equal to 28, and c is equal to 28 over 2, which is equal to 14 it has to be. And this is the answer of our question. And this is the end of our lesson, because this was the last question in that year. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, see you for the next class. And we are finishing here. There is one question here. Can you please repeat the question 56? Yes, I can repeat the question 56. Here, Miss Brown needs 8x in order to make 2 cakes. It says, and I mention here, this is direct proportion question. When the number of x are increasing, the number of cakes also, it should be increased. That's why it is called direct proportion. And in direct proportions, you're writing like this. 8x makes 2 cakes, 20x, how many cakes it should be? So when you write like this in direct proportion, cross multiplications, results should be same, which means that 8 times x should be equal to this. 8 times x should be equal to 20 times 2. Okay, this is the property of the direct proportion. It is the property, that's why we should accept like that. Then 8 times x, 8x, 2 times 20, it is equal to 40. So x is equal to 40 over 8 it has to be, which is equal to 5. If it is okay, now I'm going to end the lesson. You're welcome. See you next time.